Tonight, Tin Machine.
Tin Machine really started with the four of us missing the kinds of music that we really like on radio. We weren't hearing what we like and the kind of music that we tend to gravitate and buy ourselves. So we decided as a group to start playing the kind of music that we were missing. Personally, what I like more than anything else with Tin Machine is that I can throw an idea into the band, say, and I know that it'll be structured by them differently and they'll be as inventive and give something back to that idea. So it's a real collaboration on the writing, which is really fulfilling.
Baby.
We got together in '76 with Iggy Pop, and David was producing Iggy. That's where we met. And later on, a few years ago, Reeves and David met, and then we all met. We're still meeting.
When I was working with Tony and Hunt, when I was playing keyboards behind Iggy on the Iggy Pop tour, and during rehearsals the three of us used to kind of work together and play, and always thought it might be one day a good idea to put a band together, but it never really came to anything until this last couple of years, when I independently met Reeves and the four of us then came together, became Tin Machine.
It's freedom for me. You know, it's a very freeing experience for me, and I can express the way I feel through it. You know, it's that's pretty much how I feel about it. You know, I enjoy it very much, and I am enabled to communicate through rock how I feel.
I believe it's the time spent together and learning and working together. You know, it's spawned what is really a band, and not just four individuals looking to. You know, it's a collective unit now.
The most immediate difference, I guess, is the fact that we don't use drum machines or sequencers or tape live. Like, I mean, there are a few bands now playing live that don't, and that's the most immediate one that comes to mind. But it's just the fact that we actually let the songs expand and contract time-wise, or even metronomically. Some nights a song will be faster than it is another night. Because there's no drum machines or sequences or things to worry about. We're completely flexible. We can do the chorus twice at the end if we want, or four times at the end if we want, of any given tune. The fact that there's a high level of improvisational capability within the band, you don't find that in bands these days. Bands don't really listen to each other on stage when they're playing like jazz bands would, or like rock bands had to do before they had the crutch of drum machines and computers. You know, that's the biggest difference. I mean, then I think the way to see our band is to actually see it on two different nights, because it'll be very different from night to night.
I think we've come together more as a unit, you know, and it's.
We actually did a small tour in between the records, so we had the opportunity to play together, which the first record is really the first time the four of us ever got together and played. So actually on the album, what you're hearing is us learning to play together a lot of the times, you know. And in between we did the tour, so we kind of had a better idea of what we sounded like, and also got a better idea of what each person's individual musical tastes were, and I think we were able to make more of that, like the R&B aspect from Hunt and Tony, stuff like that on the new record.
I think we're doing it already. I think, which is to produce sounds that are, to produce music that's made organically with just the guitars and the bass and drums. On the other hand, I wouldn't like us to be restricted into that. There may be a time in the future when we'd like to work with high-tech equipment as well. But at the moment, the most high-tech thing we use is a DAT player, D-A-T, because of all the innovations at the moment. That's because we play so live and we don't really have to mix the things that we do. We could produce an album just with the DAT player, which is probably what we're going to do. Just go straight through the board, straight onto the DAT, and that's the album. The staging is very, very, very simple. The only real addition that we've had to our stage is sometimes fans of the band have been sending in masks. And so we get the masks and we spray them silver, and then we put them on the base of the drum kit. So already it's starting to build up with lots and lots of masks. So at the moment the audience are providing the staging.
The first tour with Tin Machine, we did one of the song Sorry, but we did a different arrangement, up-tempo, and it seemed to work. You know, the people liked it, and we liked it, so we decided on the second record maybe we should do it, you know, and then it evolved from there, that, and then then the other song, Stateside, you know, so it's just one of these things that kind of, like, the difference, some people ask the difference between the first record and the second record is that it's evolving and we're getting more, everyone's personality is coming out a bit more, you know. I think there's some things that Reeves has played on the second record that maybe he didn't touch on the first record. So people might, before they put the second record on, might think, oh, well, Reeves is going to do this and that, and then told me he'll do something, other stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know if they'll like it or not. I like it.
Because I think it's rather sad that so many artists these days, and I include myself, I've done it myself, that you come in and to Japan and you only play Tokyo and maybe Kyoto, and then you go away and continue touring somewhere else. Very much with this band, we're so proud of our band that I think we wanted it to be seen in Japan on a much wider scale. And we really felt that to be true to the kind of interest we've had from Japanese fans, that it would be relevant for us to go and play as many cities as possible this time. So it's just really exciting for us to do this. Well, we're all off to bed now. We've got our beds up here, so we're playing here tomorrow night. We're just going to lie down for a few hours. It's just like the Star Club, really. I look a bit like Paul, don't I? No? Paul Getty,